Well, I think especially as people get back into their homes, which is good, they're going to see a lot of work yet to be done, and we know there's a lot of work yet to be done. Our forces are fully committed. Since the event, we've gone in simply to try to get the creek back into its bank, and so the debris has not been removed. We've just simply gone in and created a flow path. Now at the bridges, we have to get those bridges open, so that material has been excavated out and hauled off. But between the bridges, there's enormous amounts of debris that is still in place. Some of it, that large rock that we actually have to use a charge to make it manageable, there's not a piece of equipment made that can pick those things up. So one way or another, you have to blast them into smaller pieces or break them into smaller pieces. Caltrans did that up on Highway 192, and we just recently completed doing that.
We are working with the Army Corps of Engineers in particular to desilt and remove all of the debris, rocks, material in all 11 debris basins. So the Santa Barbara County Flood Control District has 17 debris basins on the south coast. 11 of those debris basins are located downstream of the Thomas Fire perimeter. And so what is a debris basin? A debris basin is a widening of the creek channel. It has an embankment, usually it's earthen filled, concrete capped, and it is meant to catch large debris, rocks, and sediment in some cases after the watershed is burned, and it produces a lot more material. Starting in Carpinteria, we have Gubernador Debris Basin, we have Franklin Debris Basin, Santa Monica Debris Basin, Arroyo Paredon, Toro Basin East, Upper West Toro, Lower West Toro Basin on Toro Creek, Romero Basin, San Ysidro Basin, Montecito Basin, and Cold Springs Basin. So all of these basins became completely full of sediment, rocks, debris after this recent storm event.
When the Corps got geared up, they started on the highest priority basins, and like Cold Springs and San Ysidro, and those are getting very close to being done. Other basins, water has been a problem. Santa Monica is a debris lake, and so dealing with the water in there has been challenging, but they're making progress on that now as well.
The material from the debris basins is being trucked mainly to Buellton. Unlike the other material that we're collecting as a result of the runoff from the creeks and the roads, that's being taken to sorting facilities and then trucked to two disposal sites, one at Goleta Beach and one at Carpinteria Beach at the end of Ash Avenue. The recent storm event produced an amazing amount of material that came off of the watersheds, and we're really limited as to where we can take that material. So what happens is that we are taking material from secondary roads and creeks to get them open so that the water has somewhere to go. And once that material is collected, we're taking them to sorting sites. We have a sorting site at the closed Foothill landfill, and then we're also taking material to Ventura Fairgrounds where it's sorted. And in some situations where it's clean enough, we can load it right into trucks, and then we can take it to the beach. And so at those sorting facilities, they're removing trees and rocks, just miscellaneous pieces of material that have come down off of that watershed. And they're screening material, loading it into trucks, and then trucking it to these beach disposal sites. So at the beach disposal sites, we have environmental monitors stationed at each site. We have one person that's checking every load as it's being dumped, and then we also have a secondary person that's supporting that primary inspector, and they're walking on the beach and picking up the occasional pieces of material that aren't screened out in the trucks. So we're trying to keep this material as clean as possible.